Shouts out from the mountains to the world. As you can see, Tuesday, um, back to work, and but most of the yesterday was actually one of the warm days. We still have a lot of snow up here in Running Springs and throughout most of the mountain area. But I know like my street is pretty covered, and when the busiest days this past weekend was actually Sunday, where a lot of people came up for to enjoy the time in the snow. And there was a lot of people that came that looked like they came. I'm not sure if they came up a different road like Live Oak. If you come up to 330, you come up to Live Oak. And notice that a good portion of the 18 that goes into Running Springs town was crowded, backed up with traffic and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, some neighborhoods are cleared. They got big berms just like this one, and some streets are they're wider. The berms are not so close together. This one here, it might look like it's wide here, but when you get further down my street here, it's more narrow, and you kind of gotta be careful, especially when there's cars coming down or locals coming down. So if people do, like I said, people came up on Sunday. That was a lot of the locals were getting upset because they were just stopping in the middle of the road or stopping on the not too far on the side of the road, and it was creating a hazard. To take their chains. So if you guys are coming up on the weekend, get your chains in advance and kind of put them on in your driveway, and that way you kind of get the idea of how to put them on. I saw that there's people that commented on some of my videos that I did last time. I'm sorry, I will get back to the comments. And my other phone, I was sledding and it got damaged. It fell out of my pocket. But I will definitely reply to the comments that I had in my last videos. But as far as for me, I will try to send more videos when I can. Like I said, I work. I'm gonna be going to work. But here's what it looks like now. The last few days have been warm, or yesterday was warm. Today is supposed to be another warm day. But I know one of my neighbors who works at Snow Valley was saying that over the weekend was pretty busy. And my kids and another neighborhood kids were sledding down the hillside back over there. So, and this is the street that I live off of, which is like right behind the campground, Pally Mountain. So if you guys come up there, if you guys look it up on Google Maps or whatever, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like I said, if you guys do come up on the weekend, you get chains. Most of the roads are cleared, so you don't need chains. But in advance, just put the chains on there at the house, and that way you kind of get an idea of how to put them on. And then that way that way you're not like there was a lot of people that were parked on the side of the road that was trying to, and they weren't even parked like off the shoulder. They were parked like like a little bit in the roadway, which they were trying to put their chains on, and some of the local people would help them out. But a lot of the other local people would kind of get frustrated because they realized that they didn't know how to put their chains on. So, we don't mind you coming up here enjoying the snow and trying to be safe. But yeah, just like I said, when you get the chains, put them on there at the house, and then that way you know how to put them on and you don't have to worry about it. You can still carry your chains and carry a shovel and, you know, some salt or kitty litter. But yeah, hope you guys are doing good, and be safe out there. It's a crazy world.